Published 1:41 Eastern Standard Time, the 26th of December 2017. Updated 11:22 Eastern Standard Time, the 26th of December 2017. They were facing the twilight of their careers, when most players start worrying about their future and wonder what will do with their lives once the football ends. But for these lucky football stars, the answer to their uncertain futures came in the form of a golden ticket to play in the Chinese Football League, where super-rich club owners are throwing mind-boggling amounts of money at the beautiful game. 2014, China's all-powerful President Xi, who had developed a keen interest in football, set out a communist-style 50-point plan to turn his country into a footballing superpower. His dream led to top businessmen seeing owning a successful football club as a way of impressing the president and plowed millions into bringing in the world's most famous players. Graziano Pelle and Brazilian Ramirez are among the lucky coterie of stars now earning eye-watering wages in China. A number of foreign stars have taken up the huge salaries on offer in the Far East and taken their glamorous girlfriends off to China. Brazilian Oscar, left, and Israeli Iran Zahavi, right, or pictured. Most of football's household names turned their noses up at the idea of moving halfway across the world and playing for teams they had never heard of. But for some, the money proved just too much of a draw, and China soon had 5 of the world's top 10 highest-paid players. Bizarrely, the gate to the land of riches seems to have slammed shut behind them, with China's communist rulers balking at the astonishing fees being handed to players and agents and imposing new rules which will stem the tide of foreign footballers moving the Far East, and the tide of money in the opposite direction. But for now, a handful of super-rich stars remain in the country, lining their pockets while playing a handful of games against often low-quality opponents. One of the players unlikely to have entered the top 10 best-paid players in the world was Southampton's Graziano Pelle. Italian Graziano Pelle and his girlfriend on a trip to the casinos of Macau during one of the many breaks from the football. Zahavi, who was unheard of outside Israel before he went to China, is now one of the league's hottest properties. The Israeli striker center regularly posts photos of his holidays abroad, pictured here at the Coralina Daylight Club in Mexico, but he secured a move from the south coast of England to Chinese club Shandong Luneng last year in a deal which sees him earning an estimated £300,000 a week. The aging Italian is expected to rake in more than £30 million from his 2.5 years in China, despite having so far only scored for 12 goals for his new club. As soon as the season is over in the Far East, he whisks his model girlfriend off for the no-expense-spared holiday, with the couple heading to Australia last year into the exclusive one. One of the most obscure players to rise to huge fame and huge wealth in China is Israeli Iran Zahavi. Zahavi was virtually unheard of outside Israel when he moved from Maccabi Tel Aviv to Chinese team Guangzhou. Hulk, who was playing for Russian side Zenit St. Petersburg until recently, posed with artwork as he works out how to spend his £320,000 a week. Waggist Brazilian star bought his family matching holiday wear for a luxury yacht trip around the tropical islands of Thailand. Was pictured checking out supercars in Miami before partying with scantily clad female friends at the Coralina Daylight Club in Mexico this summer. Other players, however, used their newfound wealth to enjoy more sophisticated pleasures. Hulk, a Brazilian player who secured a £320,000 a week contract when he moved from Zenit St. Petersburg to Shanghai SIPG, has been pictured checking out artworks as he looks to spend his huge salary. The world's 7th best player also treated his family, who wore matching holiday wear, for a luxury yacht trip from Phuket, Thailand. Ezequiel Lavezzi, a 32-year-old Argentinian who secured a massive money deal to the appropriately named Hebei China fortune, has been splashing his cash on fine wine. After he became the world's 4th best-paid footballer with a £400,000 a week deal, posted a photo of a bottle of 1976 Chateau Mouton Rothschild as part of series of pictures showing the fine vintages he was getting through. Argentinian Ezequiel Lavezzi is spending his £400,000 a week wages on top wines, which he posts on his Instagram page. A 32-year-old became the world's 4th best-paid player when he signed for the appropriately named Hebei China fortune.